Hello, my name is Nedu. I'm a DIY sewing enthusiast based in Lagos. So today, let's get fabricated. So we'll be discussing a fabric called Plissé today. Plissé is a French word. So after me class, Plissé, Plissé, sounds really bougie. Anyway, it's fabric that comes pre-pleated. It has this lovely fixed in permanent crinkles that looks absolutely fabulous. So I learned that it's made by putting plain fabric through a chemical treatment process and then later on putting it through a heat pressing system that produces this permanent folds. It just looks really wonderful. I like it. I love that it comes ready to slay. I love that for you, Miss Plissé. Yeah. So anyway, I realized that the famous designer Issey Miyake is renowned for using Plissé in a large number of his designs. I think that's almost his signature touch, I guess. But I also learned something extra. I learned that in his own system, the garments are first of all sewn, stitched, before being heat pressed to produce the pleats. I think that's absolutely brilliant. You know why? I am really curious as to how would you actually place pattern templates on crinkled fabric. I mean, I wonder, because I have never worked with Plissé before, to be honest, even though I do plan to get some in a wide width. I have this pair of palazzo pants that I am secretly I'm thirsting for them. I'm thirsting. They look divine. So let's see how that goes. But in the meantime, I have this in my stash. It's a narrow width Plissé, and I plan to use it to test my skills on how to work with this fabric. I will be doing a refashioning, aka revamping project on the dress I have on today. It's a dress I've had for over 5 years. It's a shift dress, bishop sleeve, roll collar, just lovely, simple, elegant shift. But I'm bored with the design. I won't lie to you. I've had it for a while and I've rocked the hell out of it. It's a good quality fabric, which is why it has stayed for this long. But I want to give it another burst of fresh air, you know, like CPR. I want to give it new life. The thing about sewing is that it gives you skills to revamp your wardrobe. You can mix them. You can do things with what you have already, which is why sewing is an amazing skill to have, guys. I promise you. So I plan to add some of this Plissé to a portion of this dress I have on. This dress is like it's an above knee length. I plan to do something with the length with this fabric. Let's see how it goes. Join me. And so it begins. So the first thing I've done, let me show you the dress first of all. So here's what it looks like. It's just a basic mini length, not quite mini, but above the knee length. So the first thing I've done is to first of all measure the hem circumference. I just took my tape rule and I went all the way around, okay, at the hem. And this dress has got a vent or a slit, which enables easy movement. So I've had to close that up as well. I will do that. And I've also prepared the plissé. I've got 2 layers of plissé here. So it's 2 layers here. The first layer is 5.5 inches long. The second layer is 6.5 inches long. I wanted a bit of will I say flouncy effect, not really, but just a bit of extra, right? And then I have measured this amount of fabric as long as the dress hem circumference with an extra 2 or 3 inches just in case. That's what I've done. Another thing I'm doing, I think, to keep things interesting is that I will be winding my bobbin thread with a fuchsia, which is the same color as the plissé, and I would have this on my outer spool, the black on my outer spool. It's a bit OCD, I know, but I like it. Another thing I should mention is that I will be sewing both together, not side by side like this, but layered. I'll place the plissé underneath the hemline of the dress and stitch on the dress. So not side by side. That'll create a bump, which I don't want. I'll put them one on top of the other, like so. And then I'll sew on the outside along the hem circumference. I think it'll give it like this layered. It'll be an interesting finish. That's what I think. So let me get started. So in achieving my lap seam, I maintained the original hem fold of the dress. I've simply placed the plissé tier underneath and I'll be stitching on top. So let me just show you. Let me show you the dress. After pinning, it looks really pretty already. So I'm just checking that I haven't pinned the dress short, because I mean it happens sometimes. You know how these things happen. It looks really pretty. Let me just show you. It looks pretty. It looks pretty already. This was a very good decision. It was. I'm looking forward to seeing the finished work. So I'm going to start first of all by stitching the two flaps together, like, you know, the two flaps of the plissé together, so that it forms a perfect circle. So I'll just do that carefully. I'll pin it down first of all. I hope I don't mess this up. No, it shouldn't be that difficult to do. Just pinning it. So now I'm not just going to turn the dress right side out and sew attach plissé to dress as intended. Just checking again that everything is in place, because I don't want any stories that touch. It's looking really good. I'm really happy. I'm happy. You can tell I really love my dress. It has this very demure, grown-up silhouette that's very classy. I enjoyed doing this.